All right, let's get to South Park.
Oh yeah, so that was a little segue from the South Park.
Say Squirrel Key.
Squirrel.
So for those who not know, No Grease Barbershop has been in South Park. It rocked the world yesterday because
Not the world.
Yeah,
the world, Craig.
At least Charlotte, because I don't think people understand. I was on Axo Charlotte, and the average story gets about 4,000 views.
Really? Mm-hmm. Damn, that's a huge story then.
No. Not Wordplay. No Grease had 40,000.
Stop.
Yeah, they blew that shit out the water. Like it was 40 by the afternoon. I don't know what it was at night after.
On their story?
Yeah, no.
They're
on their website, because it shows you how many people clicks on their physical website, and that shit was at 40 when everybody else get 4. For those who not know, No Grease, they opened up a location in South Park in December. As of yesterday, and I'll give the full story. Oh yeah, Levon, he was out of here.
Too late now, nigga.
Levon Taylor, man, he gone.
Stop it. Go ahead, finish.
So for those who not know, what happened was they opened up a location, and South Park came to them and said, "Yo, y'all got to go," which is owned by Simon Properties. Mm-hmm. This is all alleged, by the way, just in case.
No, Simon Properties made a statement.
Just in case we get something wrong.
Oh, I'm in Properties.
And she's not a part of this podcast, so please do not sue the podcast.
Don't sue me either.
We just met this woman.
Yes, I don't.
No. Take 7 away.
Why would you do that?
Please don't.
We can't do that. We need the vaginas waxed.
Are we frozen?
Nah, we not. I don't think so. Wow, bro. So the point is this. So
there were some things that were questionable because why?
What you want to start at?
The number one thing for me was why would they
sign a temporary lease?
Why would they sign a temporary lease, put that much money into the location, especially if they were saying they were waiting to hear word from a permanent occupant?
Yep.
So that was weird to me.
Yep.
But at the same time, what was the reasoning behind the termination of the lease, and why such a short notice?
So for me, my thing is I agree with everything you said. My thing is what I learned yesterday was the power of public opinion.
Man, I'm telling you.
Public opinion. Let me tell y'all something. For those who do not know, South Park Simon Properties did nothing wrong. Mm-hmm. Legally.
Yeah.
Morally, we have a whole different conversation. You can say, yo, that's fucked up, because it was.
Yeah.
You can say, yo, I don't agree with it. Most people don't. However, legally, if we go to court, we had every right to do everything we fucking did. Oh yeah, it does time out. Go. All right, here we go. Now people are back. Sorry, y'all. My phone actually turned the fuck off. My other phone. I got a trap phone. So for those who not know, No Grease, that situation happened. The biggest thing that blew me is that in the court of public opinion, No Grease won. In the legal court, they lost. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because
public opinion.
A public opinion are really, they'll get you what you didn't deserve, so to speak. And I mean that loosely. My biggest thing was, no matter everything that happened yesterday, I want to know 2 things. I want to know why their lawyers allowed them to sign that contract.
True. $60K, bro. Which is a drop in a bucket to No Grease, obviously, but still.
Pretty much. Yeah, it is. But it's like nobody wants to lose that.
No.
I want to know why your lawyer said, hey, I don't care who you are. If you go to your boss and say, hey, we are losing $60K of an investment for 2 months.
We may lose $60K.
They're going to fire you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
My next thing I want to know is, why the fuck did y'all change y'all name? I think not enough people are focusing in on that one.
You know why they
issue.
changed the name?
Well, see, that's a whole nother thing. And I think if people get into why they had to change their name, or not had to, but why they chose to.
That you'll get to the bottom of the situation.
You'll get into a bottom of the situation. I think they will start to lose public opinion. In the court of public opinion, I think No Grease. Because here's my thing. I was thinking about it yesterday morning. I said, yo, why the fuck did they change their name? And they go by.
It's called Black Knight, right?
No, it's called Night of Razor or something like that.
Yeah, something
and
like
so,
that. Black Knight.
But they had a reason why, and it goes back to slavery and why barbers did X, Y, and Z, which I'm cool with. I didn't know that.
I
learned
of all
something.
love that name better than No Grease.
Absolutely.
But that's my opinion.
thought that name was fucking fire.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, that's smart. and I liked it. But I would go, why did y'all do that? And so at first I go, oh, well, if you start a new LLC, financial reasons.
Yeah.
For those who have an LLC, you know your first 3 years of business, or at least 3 years out of the first 5 years of business, you can count a loss, and the government
Definitely counting a loss. Sorry.
absolutely you should. Yo, nothing is more surprising when I told a white girl, and I have to say she's white because she put me on game. Shout out to Rachel. Rachel told me, hold on, Rachel, you now owe me
donations.
You do. Rachel, I was talking to Rachel, and Rachel said, yo, how much are you counting as a loss in your photography business? And I said, oh, I think my loss is on like 1,000. And she laughed. She choked and laughed. I said, what does that mean?
If you don't make a bigger number than that.
She said, oh, I put down, I lost 30. I said, what the fuck does that mean? She said, oh, I went to, all right, this is some game. Ooh, she might not want this out there. Let me just say, Rachel put me on game on how to count a loss and how not
Put me on to Rachel.
I'll tell you off here.
Thank you.
Let me put it like this. I'm not snitching. I'm not Takashi in this situation, but pretty much Rachel went to her friends and said, yo, I was about to call her 7. She said, Tink, you want a new laptop for your business? You said, yeah. You said, oh, how much? You about to buy your laptop? You would say, yeah, my laptop cost me $2,000. She said, give me the $2,000 in cash. I'll put it on my credit card. You fine. So you got your laptop because you gave me $2,000, but my business sees that I bought a laptop for $2,000. And that $2,000, I don't know what happened with the cash.
Yeah.
She would say, oh, Key, you are starting your app. Okay, how about you put your app, or whatever the case may be. You think about going to the mall and buying some new clothes? How about I take the clothes and I put it on my credit card, my business credit card. You hand me the cash. You're fine. And she did that, and she came up with 30 G's. So she laughed at me when I said I had 3 G's that I lost. She said, no, you need to do better than that.
That's great. You need to do better than that.
So the reason why I looked at No Grease, I said, okay, cool. No Grease is looking at this and saying, yo, I'm going to invest. And I said, it's financial. But then I thought about it. I said, well, even if you had a No Grease location and you say, hey, I'm starting a No Grease in South Park, you can create an LLC that says No Grease South Park. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you get the same exact fucking benefit. So I said, yo, it can't be financial. It has to be a reason why you wanted to change your name.
Cultural.
And so my thing was, that's what came to my mind. I said, I wanted these brothers come up and say, cultural reasons is why we change your name. And if that's so, I think black people will look at you and say, yo, you're changing your name to appease the white people. And I think that'll bother people. But I don't know that. So I can't say that's why they did it. But it makes me think it's
code switching. We talked about it.
We did talk about it, which, by the way, has gotten a lot more views in the last day because of this story. Because code switching is so real. Yeah. And so I thought about that.
You should take that clip and put it out there. Like, hey, this is what we're talking about.
Is that really considered code switching though?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
But code switching is you basically go back. They not really going back.
No, code switching is if you are now in a predominantly white location, your name used to be No Grease, you're putting a new location in South Park and you change your name to
and your whole branding to
the whole thing
to make other people feel comfortable.
Not only that, I bet they were going to put barbers that specialize in Caucasian hair there too. They probably
maybe.
Were. Yeah.
And that's why I say, to me, it doesn't sound like code switching. It just seems like you just appeasing to this.
Yeah.
That's a code switch.
Well, I think it's a code because only reason why I say, I understand what you're saying. What she's basically saying is like, it ain't even code switching. It's just like, we're just straight up appeasing to white folks.
Right.
But technically, that is code switching when you're saying, hey, but if a black, for our location, because the rest of our business, we're not going to change all the names.
Right.
Or whatever we're going to do. And also, I ain't going to lie to y'all, and I stand corrected if anybody wants to correct me. I think they didn't want to put a blackface logo in South Park. That's a whole nother subject. But
it probably was a whole
it's a whole rebranding is such a big thing.
Yeah.
And for those who I know, I was talking to people about this on Facebook, and they had a whole different issue, and we was going back for she drunk, Key. That's why she.
No, I'm not.
She not drunk.
No, I'm not.
But talking to a lot of people who had the conversation about what they thought, because everybody was doing what we thought, not what we knew. And I said this on Facebook yesterday. I really feel bad because I feel like we would never know what the fuck really happened or what they really was going on, because at the same time, these guys have been working with Simon Properties for over a decade. They have other locations. They do not want to ruin a situation with Simon Properties for this one location. Sorry, I ain't gonna say it, but I mean, if Simon Properties say, hey, our mall is only 7% black customers and you have a black barbershop, you're not going to make as much money there as you
it's
expect.
literally a business decision.
It is. And I think, but public perception did not see that. They saw, oh, y'all
Racist.
closing down. Yeah, that's what they saw. And so I looked at it and I said, yo, this shit was, that's why I want to speak to the fucking lawyers.
Or like maybe, like you said, maybe it was just a bad decision on Simon's, whatever that property in. Yeah. Like they're like, okay, listen, we reevaluated the numbers. We literally counted how many people on our busiest day last week, how many people were of color. And we did that. We crunched numbers and we realized that there are going to be people that we can charge more to be in this space that will make more, that won't put them at such a deficit. So we're going to terminate this contract, but we're still going to be partners with you elsewhere. It could be anything,
It could be a lot. Well, for my thing with Simon is, how the fuck y'all know how many black people come to
you
y'all?
count them.
You have cameras everywhere.
I was literally about to ask.
What cameras?
Well, Simon Properties, who's the largest mall owner in the USA, I'm telling you guys right now, they know how many people in their demographic.
1,000% know.
They know.
It's not a question.
A lot of people, it is fucked up. That's a lot of, somebody come? Oh, it is fucked up, but a lot of malls know. A lot of large businesses that make a shit ton of money, they fucking know.
It's
so
not.
Simon
It's not
knows.
fucked up. It's literally a demographic thing. Like you ever go somewhere and you are asked these questions, you're like, why does this matter? Because it matters.
It does matter.
Like if it says Native American or something like that, you're like, why? Why does this matter?
Because if I understand that this demographic spends 10% more at a food court, I'm going to cater to them because they're going to spend more than 10% at a food court. It happens.
Branding 101.
Exactly. And I was going back and forth with people. I'm like, you guys do not understand how branding works, which is under marketing, which a lot of people is trying to argue that down to me about.
It's all the same.
It's all the same. And my thing has always been this. It's like, and so then I seen people's like, yo, we need to go boycott. And I'm like, yo, for fucking what? And so yesterday, and so for those who not know, No Grease now, Simon Properties decided that No Grease will be able to fulfill the rest of their 9 months there, and they will help them find another location. That tells me two things. If I'm No Grease, let me tell you, I don't know the resolution, and I'm not in y'all shoes, and I don't know the extent of what y'all not putting out. What they're not putting out bothers me. But it's not my business, and it's not my business, and that's not my business. So I understand that.
That was funny.
That's a good way to say it.
Because when, as a business owner, it's certain things you don't tell the world.
Oh, for sure.
And
this
I
may all be in negotiations. Like this, they probably are all at the table with the CEOs of Simon, whatever. They're like, listen, bro, numbers. Because sometimes when you are in partnership with people and you talking millions, white CEOs can be candid with you the way that they can't be with other people. They're gonna be like, listen, bro, yeah, we gonna help you, but we have a long-standing contract with y'all. We're gonna find someone who we can charge quadruple to be in that space. That can drive quadruple the traffic because this demographic
in that location, in that spot of the mall.
This is all like allegedly. I don't know.
This is all
but
speculation. I just got a question. Why did No Grease, and no offense to No Grease, we know people that work there, want to go to South Park anyway?
That's a whole nother mall. That's a whole nother subject.
Yeah.
But he said in the article, one of the brothers said, whenever Simon Properties open up a mall, they do call them and say, hey, we want a barbershop in here. Will y'all be our first one? Which was a lot of things. Here's my thing. If I'm No Grease and they show their ass and they are the truth, this is the true people that they are, I wonder, do you say, I got to get the fuck of my other locations the fuck up out of there? And for me personally, I would, because you've already showed me this. But however, the biggest thing I learned yesterday, besides everything else, I still got questions for their lawyer, and I still got questions of why y'all rebranded for a white ass location, because that'll let me know a lot. And the third thing it taught me was the difference between renting from somewhere and owning your shit.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Because
I can say with not much confidence, but majority of the places that these places are located, they probably don't own it. It's a lease situation.
Oh, not if you in the mall, you lease everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody in the mall leases.
Yeah. No one owns that.
Nobody owns shit, and nothing wrong with that. Like sometimes that works for your business model.
Yeah, and
it's cool. I rent the studio. I'm renting. But it works for me. But if Shorty comes to me and say, yo, you got 30 days, I got to be out of there in 30 days. If she says, yo, Gavin, I got a photographer who would give me double what you're willing to pay.
They going to kick you out.
They going to kick me the fuck out. And they have the right
to.
And they have every right to. Yep. That's why yesterday the court of public opinion was amazing. All right.
So, wait, really quick. And when you're talking about why would you want to be located in South Park? You know, sometimes people don't, like, I have a preference to be in the Dilworth area. And it's because a lot of my customers are over there. I'm not saying a lot of black people are in South Park, but I would say there's a big well-to-do population of black people in South Park.
I have a homeboy
who don't want to travel to Huntersville to get their hair cut.
Absolutely. You know? My freaking I got a homeboy. Shout out to Wooten.
Wooten.
Yeah, he lives in the South Park area. He's like, I get tired of traveling all the fucking time to North Charlotte to get my hair cut. He's like, it's annoying. So it is something that's interesting there. All right. Shout out to everybody.
Shout out to you niggas.
Yo, Texas say no more